Hi, it is Debbie Ridpath-Owe. I am Debbie Ridpath-Owe, children's book author and illustrator. And for those of you who know me, I love crayons, and every day, or almost every day, I am drawing with crayons. And I thought, while I'm drawing with crayons, if anybody is out there who would like to draw at the same time as I do, feel free. So these are broken crayon pieces of art that I am using as giveaways and to give my publisher as giveaways. So I figured while I'm drawing, I might as well live stream in that way. If anyone is out there and they would like to draw with me, ask me questions about anything, it doesn't have to be about my books, I can try to answer them. And another reason I'm trying to do these live streams every day or almost every day is because, as some of you know, live streaming terrifies me, but I'm a big believer in trying to step out of my comfort zone. And I have found that the only way I can improve at live streaming, get used to the process, is by live streaming. It's not something I can read about live streaming as much as possible, but nothing is as good as, hi Judy, nothing is as good as actually live streaming. So feel free to ask me anything you want and I will try to answer it. Thank you so much. And one of the reasons I love drawing with crayons is because they're so affordable and I don't have to feel like I have to be really precious with them. And I also want to encourage young artists to make more art. And crayons are everywhere, or almost everywhere. So this one is Pacific Blue. See. So what I do is I usually make the art first and then I use Aleene's Original Acid-Free Tack. Well, whatever glue. Sometimes I just use a glue stick. This is not, I'm going to just use a glue stick for this because I have to clean that out. So, yay, people asking questions. Hi, Vanessa. What program are you using to record this video? I am using Ecamm Live. So when I first began experimenting with live streaming, because as many of you know, a lot of schools are e-learning now, and I realized, I really love connecting with young readers, but since I can't go see readers in the schools, I have to figure out more ways of connecting with young readers online, and live streaming is one of them. So after I do this. So anyway, I started learning. I had no idea what my only experience with live streaming up to recently was I play Minecraft. Actually, now I'm playing Animal Crossing. And I've noticed that there were on Twitch and YouTube live stream videos, and I thought maybe I could learn how to do that. But wow, there's a big learning curve, at least for me. And one of the things I found out, if you want to live stream from your computer, you need special software. Please don't quote me, I might be wrong. And so I started experimenting with something called OBS and everything, but everything seems so complicated and a big learning curve for me. And I have very limited time, and I thought, well, what should I do? And then I came across Ecamm Live for the Mac. I'm sorry, it's only available for the Mac. It's so easy to use. So I tried that out there. I'm very happy with that. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate it. And how long have you been drawing? I have been drawing for as long as I can remember. One of my first pieces of art, I remember, my father still has this. He is a bookshelf. He lives in a senior home, which is on semi-lockdown still. Um, and on that bookshelf is my crayon drawings. So I think I must have gotten in trouble for drawing on the furniture, but that's how long I've been drawing, since I was, well, as long as I can remember. My mom used to, okay, we have to figure out what I'm going to draw next. I'm going to draw a dragon, I think. I have always loved doing comics as well. I love sequential art, and I'm not so fond, or I've never been fond about coloring. I remember when I was in school, my friends used to ask me to draw princesses and creatures and everything, and they would color them, and I was happy with that because I've never been fond of coloring. Now, actually, I don't mind it so much, especially if I'm using crayons, because it's more fun. I don't know. I think before I was just coloring flat and I wasn't mixing colors, but now it's a little bit more fun. So here, let's see. Thank you so much, Judy. Yay, people are posting comments. I really appreciate that. Because the first time, just a little, I think it was earlier, no, it was last week, or maybe on the weekend, I was trying, I'm using Restream with Ecamm Live. Restream enables me to stream to Twitter and Periscope and YouTube and my author illustrator page on Facebook at the same time, because I was trying to, this is a very odd looking, something's odd. I should, there's not enough. How about little tiny wings? No, I'm not going to put wings on this. What was I saying? See, I have trouble talking and drawing at the same time. But that's okay. This is a live stream. See, that's one advantage. As much as nervous as I am about live streaming, and this advice is for other introverts out there who do not like how they look and sound on camera. The more you do it, the easier it gets, a little bit at a time. And with live streaming, I find people are more forgiving if you make mistakes because it's live. I also like pre-recording things because I can get things set up the way I want. But there is a certain freedom in live streaming too. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Yay, sending love from New Mexico. Recently, lots of the broken crayon drawings have been female subjects. Any reason why? Oh, it's a good question, Michelle. I like here, and I'll show you in my next one. Okay, you know what? I will add some texture. I am going to add little tiny wings. Little tiny wings here. And I'm going to add a bit of purple too. One reason I like drawing a lot of females is because it gives me more options with long flowing hair. Although, you don't have to be a female to have long flowing hair, right? And I like wild hair because it's more fun to draw, but that's a good point. I should try drawing other different kinds of okay, wait a second. Focus for a second. Let's see. Let's add a bit of color here. And there. Okay. Oh, and this time I'll remember. So in case you weren't there in the beginning, I am doing a lot of these broken crayon drawings. Oh yeah, should have made sure. Let's see if it'll come out this time. I am doing, I'm going to use a glue stick for now. I'll have to figure that out. I'm doing a lot of these broken crayon drawings because I want to use these as prize giveaways and just for fun, actually, for fun, but also prize giveaways as Gerpel and Preen's launch comes up close. Okay, as you can tell, I'm still nervous while live streaming, so thank you very much for your patience. And this is why I need more practice. I figure, we all need more practice at something. Okay, I'm going to do this. Thank you so much. Oh my God, cute wings, says Tracy. Thank you. All right. You know what? I'm going to have to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out right now. Yes, even though we're live streaming, just because, let's see, if I do this, will that help it come out? I'm going to try that. Test. Yay, it works. What I have to remember to do is put the cap on my glue so it doesn't run out. Another reason I love broken crayon art as an activity with young creators is that there's so much imagination involved because you never know what will come out of a broken crayon. And I love how some educators are I'm going to put the label on later. Put that aside. Okay, so Michelle asked earlier why I do a lot of females. Well, one is just because I like drawing females. But I can do other types of drawings. But wait, you know what? Got to put the caps on. All right. Can't talk and draw at the same time. So here's one reason I've been drawing a lot of females lately. Because of long flowing hair that's so fun to draw. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you guys can see a bit closer. And this is something else I'm also using Ecamm Live for. You can zoom in. Because look at this. Long flowing hair. I just like drawing long flowing hair. I'm sorry, but I do. Because with wild hair, you could sort of show more motion. Now, when I was illustrating, wait a second. I have to focus just for a second. What should I draw her coming out of? And sometimes, a lot of times when I'm drawing the long flowing hair, and it's so random, kind of looks like water to me, or I'm always tempted to put things in the hair. Although if I put things like insects and little creatures, it might turn out strange, so I'm not going to do that. But I could put other things in her hair. I'm going to add more color to this girl. But I'm open to ideas about what you would like to see come out of a crayon. Thank you. Oh, so it's good to hear from my friend Lara because I actually spoke at her school and it was so fun. Now I've spoken. I spoke at one of her old schools, and then more recently, I was delighted to participate in the Old 100 Elementary School BGBB or BBGB virtual book fair. I love participating in those, and that was really neat. I really enjoyed that. Okay. See, and I want to add more color. Let's add blue. So this is good. I can actually see comments from Facebook and Twitter and Periscope. I don't think I have that many people following me on YouTube for that live. And I know that the comments there are a little bit harder to find. I'm still learning so much about live streaming. I'm not as keen on this one. The colors are, let's add a bit of yellow. Like, look. And let's break. Oh, Errol, my friend Errol Elamir. If you haven't seen his Errol is sort of my creative twin. He has way too much going on. he's also into escape games, but he puts out a comic every day about, it's called My Neighbor Errol. Look up Errol Elamir. Okay, let's see. I'll put that together. This together later. This is so great. I really find this relaxing. I find this a little bit more. Oh, thank you for these ideas. Here, do you ever put two different colored crayons together? Yes, I do. In fact, I will do it now. Let's see. Let's put purple and green because like Gerpel and Preen. Now, I mentioned this in yesterday's live stream, but if some of my crayons, you notice that this one has the wave and this one is colored in. If it's colored in, it means this crayon was actually used in the making of, where is it? Of Gerpel and Preen. This is, let's zoom out a bit. This is the next picture book I have coming out, written by Linda Sue Park, illustrated by me. And it's coming out from Simon Kids on August 25th. And notice there's a lot of crayons involved. This was a challenge. I love creative challenges to illustrate because it had a photographic element as well as, and I use crayon textures. Oops, I'm not showing. It's really bright there. But I wasn't allowed, I mean, it's understandable, I can't use the Crayola trademark, so I had to remove the wavy part, which is actually part of the Crayola trademark, and I had to remove by Photoshop any mention of the Crayola name or even the color name. That was a lot of crayons. Excuse me, and I hired my friend Russ Cox to help me with some of the crayons, but after like 10 images, little piles of crayons, I realized I really can't afford to hire someone to do all the crayons. So I went through 491 crayons in the making of Gerpel and Preen. That's a lot of crayons. And so anyway, but I digress. If you see me with crayons like this, it's because this is one of the crayons that I used. I either photographed it or I was experimenting with it or I glued piles of crayons together and then photographed them. So I think I will use this. And I'm going to make, let's see, Gerpel from Gerpel and Preen. So I had a lot of fun coming up with character sketches for Gerpel and Preen. They're two robots who crash land on, could be an asteroid or planet. And it's a wonderful story written by Linda Sue Park. And Gerpel's going to be going, hey, let's have a little celebration here because our book's coming out soon. Oh, see, I totally got distracted. I was going to draw with two crayons. Okay, I'll do that next time. And this is, yes, I still have time. My challenge when I'm drawing, especially with crayons, I lose track of the time. And this includes when I'm doing a presentation or something, which is why I always ask the educators and librarians, please keep me on track. Treat me like, a small child who is too excited about things and there. Because I go rambling on, and if hours later everyone's waiting for me to quit drawing, but I don't. I just find it so relaxing. Oh, people are posting comments. Yay! Yes, a lot of crayons were sacrificed in the making of the book. Errol, no. Errol's way more talented than I am. Yes. Yep, it's interesting. The copyright issues are totally I remember at first, I kind of knew that I couldn't use the Crayola. And it's not that Crayola hates me or anything like that. In fact, Crayola is very supportive of my work. They send me hundreds of free crayons, and they featured my work on their Instagram. And I actually had this great phone conversation with Kate Lafio from Crayola. It's just how copyright works. And that's okay. Let's see. But I love Crayola. I've tried all different kinds of crayons, and I love crayons in general, but Crayola is my favorite oh, I didn't put I'll do that later. Crayola is my favorite just because it's so easily available, and I just love all the different colors. Okay, all right, so let's do 2 different colors. Let's try, sometimes let's have leaves falling down. I did something like this. So let's have, let's go like this. You guys can see that, right? It's a question from Michelle. Will there be a Gerpel and Preen book tour? Yes. Well, there was supposed to be an in-person book tour, but obviously had to be canceled. But I am going to be doing some virtual events. In fact, if you are an educator who is interested in having me come to your school virtually, please let me know, because it's just being planned right now. I'm not sure how many we can accommodate, but I would love to come to your school to talk. Okay, but maybe I shouldn't have said that. This is live, but I don't want my publicist at Simon Schuster overwhelmed. If you are interested, please let me know. Okay. All right. So what I do, this is more complicated with 2 crayons. I'm going to have them both breaking and things falling down. And so here I'm going to have, I think I made something like this ages ago. Wait. In case you're wondering, I use Sargent Art crayon sharpeners, which I love. Okay. Okay, you know what? Now I'm very conscious of always drawing girls. So this is going to be, well, it could be a girl or a boy, or neither. Okay. So I don't always have to have long flowing hair. See? You can decide. I think this might be my last broken crayon piece. We'll see. So what I could do is I can have the red leaves falling down here. And now I'm tempted to do an animated thing. In fact, Crayola turned one of, like this, turned one of my broken crayon things into, several of my broken crayon things into animated. So the red things, and they had the red leaves falling here and here, let's mix. That's not quite orange, it's mango tango. So those of you who are have listened so far, I just got permission. I'll be posting more about this, in about an hour or so. But I just got permission to say that what I'm working on now, actually, the picture book is, okay, if any of you have seen I'm Bored and I'm Sad and then I'm Worried, right now I have just started sketching for I'm Sorry. That's so cool. just a few days ago, I read Michael Ian Black's manuscript for I'm Sorry. Oh my God, I love it so much. I love it so much. It hits all the right notes. It made me laugh so much. It had these moving moments. So excited about this book. So I'm sorry. Plus, I'm Canadian, so it's perfect. but I will be announcing that later today. But because anyone who's listening to this right now, you are the first people to hear about it. I'm so excited. Okay, so here's, oh, that's, that's okay. So this is how I would mix. It's not really mixing colors though, right? Because these are very similar. Let me try. This is a little bit more. Okay, this is a failed experiment. No. When you're having fun with art, there's no such thing as making a mistake. All right. Haha, Canada. Yay! Thank you so much. I know I'm. Thanks so much. I am so excited about I'm sorry. So eventually there has to be I'm excited, but I had to email Michael right away to tell him how much I loved I'm sorry. It's just I can't wait for you guys to see it. All right, which means I have to quit doing this and get back to sketching. But thank you very much. So what I would do is go like this, and then I would mix colors. Thank you very much for coming to my live stream. And yeah, thank you. And I am so excited about I'm Sorry. I'm excited about Gerpel and Preen written by Linda Sue Park, illustrated by me, coming out in August. I'm very excited about many things. And it's nice because for a while it was very hard. I know I'm not the only person out there who found it hard to focus on creative things at the beginning of the pandemic or focus at all. So it's nice to have more and more things to look forward to. So thank you so much. And we'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.